We chose it. We gotta play by its rules.
Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? I am back. Yes, I'm back from vacation, y'all. I am here and we're about to do this. Shout out to you guys who have been rocking with me. We are here and we're going to continue doing this. Okay, boo. So, today's episode is Powerbook episode 5, Take Me Home. So, let's talk about it. So, Claudia, she goes ahead and she meets up with Tommy and she lets him get a sample of that new drug, which looks like it's a kind of greenish color. It looked like it should be called Monster or something because that joint looked green like the swamp. But, I mean, he looked like he was in a whole nother world when he took it. I mean, I was just like, dang, like I would want no part to that because it just looks like it takes over you. And it looked like he was just like he couldn't do anything. Like he was just like in a trance or something. I'm like, wow, that's look like some really strong stuff. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna get hooked on it because a lot of people, the reason why they take drugs is because they want that sweet escape. So that'll give them something that they're desiring and longing for. So yeah, it's probably gonna be a really big hit on the streets. And guys, definitely make sure that if you're not yet part of the family, that you go ahead and hit subscribe, all right? And don't forget to like this video at the end if you like what you see. And also turn on your post notifications when you hit subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos that I do every week, all right? So the same cop that was harassing David before, he puts him in the squad car, tries to like intimidate him or whatever. But David let him know that he wasn't the one for it and that he knew some of his little secrets as well. So it looks like this dude has a vendetta against him because I guess he killed, or his drugs that he put on the street actually caused people to die because it was like a bad batch. So it must have been somebody that was close to this guy because he said somebody's name, but it wasn't anybody that rang bells for David. But David also let him know, like, yeah, I know your little skeletons in your closet as well, because he let him know, like, yeah, I know that you taking that white man's money and dirty cops in jail don't do too well. So let's be very clear. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't really feeling that. It got him shook a little bit real quick. He didn't know that he knew so much about him. Like, score for you, brother. Score for you. Let him know. Like, you know more than he think that you know. Don't be trying to intimidate him. Because at the end of the day, like, he did his time. I mean, yeah, he's still doing crime, but he did his time, for the what he had done. So now Gerard, he's having like this superpower trip. I don't know. It definitely seems like he's going to betray his brother at some point. Let me get my He definitely seems like he's going to betray him at some point, which is definitely, a sad situation when you're family. But I guess in these types of situations, it'd be like that. Another thing that's messed up about Gerard that I'm noticing is that he gets high off his own supply. And from the songs that I remember, like, that's like the cardinal rule of like that you're not supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, you're never supposed to do that because you can become like addicted or whatever. And then you're taking away from your own profits. So yeah, and that's the difference probably between him and his brother, because his brother, I believe I remember him saying like, nah, he don't do that stuff, So now the Serbians, they have it out for Tommy because remember he killed what's her name, was it Tatiana or something like that? He killed her and she was like a big wig in their little organization that they have, so they want him gone. Liliana, she wants to keep on working with him, but he's like, yo, the Serbians is out to get you, and they're coming for you. You need to like leave town, get out of here. And he's really trying to convince her to be out, but she's just like, this is all I know. This is my life. Like, what else am I gonna do? He's like, you have these kilos, all you have to do is just move this product and start over, start fresh, like, and that's just not something that she's really interested in. It's like she chose this life, she know what it is, and she's willing to die for it at the end of the day. And she's pretty tough, so it's like she's been tortured a few times, so it's like she's prepared to take what it is. I mean, at least she's prepared for, and she knows what this life is about and what could happen. It's not like she's oblivious to what's next. So now Tommy, he gets the rest of the stash that Claudia has, that green product, whatever she said it was called, from the plant or whatever it was. I guess that was just pretty much got the rest of the product. So now Claudia ends up killing off her little boo thing, that girl, because she don't really need her anymore. Like, the only thing that she was doing was kind of like a middleman, where she was helping her to, well, she was the one who was part of the chemistry or whatever, but now Claudia has batches of it, so she's good for a while. Claudia and Tommy, that's going to be the new partnership. And she also knows the doctor who created it. So at the end of the day, she doesn't need the Asian girl to do anything, and she wants profit off the top, and she's trying to bully her, and she's like, that's not going to happen. Like, I don't even need you anymore, sis. Like, deuces. I mean, I guess that's the way to break up with somebody, right? Just kill them off and that's it. You don't have to, no talking, no nothing. She just stabbed her up. Now, Vic, he takes Gloria to this area, which was a beautiful little area. And it was just like open space. And she's like, what is this? He's like, this is where we're going to live. I bought this land and we're going to build a house. We're going to have our kids here. And he's just selling her this pipe dream, which he knows, like, at the end of the day, like, his father is not trying to have him with her. So it's like, either you're going to have to defy your father and just do your own thing, because as long as you under your father's rule, living in your father's house and taking your father's money, there's literally no way that this is gonna go well. Like, he'll probably kill her before he allows you to be with this woman. But I mean, that's what he was telling her. She's getting all happy because he's showing her that he really wants to be with her. But that didn't go off too well, because the father's driver was like taking surveillance of them while they was like kissing and having their great time. So he gives that back to Walter. Now Walter wants to pay Gloria a little visit and intimidate her and let her know, like, you're not the face that my son is gonna wake up to every morning. He needs to be with a nice little, what he said, Irish woman. That's it. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, he's not gonna be with a half breed or a black woman or whatever you are. Like, it's just not gonna happen. I mean, he said those words pretty much without saying those words. We all know the reason why. I mean, I don't even think he would want him with anyone except somebody who's actually Irish from the way he talks. Like, it doesn't even seem like it could be like a Hispanic or, a regular Caucasian person from like Australia or, like somewhere else. Like, it has to be the same bloodline. But, Vic, when he found out about that he had intimidated her, he wasn't really too happy about it. He got a little crazy with his father, but his father, like, sunned him real quick and slapped him up. Like, don't forget who you're talking to real quick. And then Claudia, after that, she wants to get involved and pay her a visit and try to pay her off, literally. And Gloria's just like, you're worse than your father. But at the end of the day, she's like, at least with him, he has bigger balls than you. Like, you'll never be him. You'll never be able to take over. And he's stronger than you are, and he's sick. And that kind of was like, wait, what? Because she didn't know about him being sick, because they've been trying to keep it from her. So she's completely oblivious to that. She's unaware that he even has any issues, despite the fact that he's always coughing, So yeah, the Serbians, they did at some point end up catching up with Liliana, and they was torturing her once again. I'm like, yo, this girl is tough, man. I'm like, I thought this was about to be the end for her, for real. Tommy and the CBI dudes, they was taking out a lot of the Serbians, but I believe those were the Serbians that they was taking out. But they was trying to get the main guy. I forgot his name, Victor or something like that. That might be wrong, but they was trying to get the main guy. But he was the one who actually had Liliana, which was totally unaware of. Tommy wasn't aware of until they called him while he was taking down these folks. And the CBI dudes was just like, you on your own with this one. Like, I'm sorry, but yeah, we did our part. Like, our partnership was to help you take out these dudes, not look for Liliana. Like, yeah, that's not part of what we doing. So he ends up like finally being able to go ahead and pick her up and everything. And he can't, and the crazy thing about it was he was probably about to get killed off, like him and her, because that guy wasn't playing and he was ready. But just in the nick of time, somebody came through with the drive-by and lit up the place. So it caused a good enough distraction that Tommy and Liliana was able to get away. She did get shot a little bit real quick, but it's one that you'll live through. Like, you just got to get patched up real quick, so she'll be all right. Luckily, it wasn't any place crazy. But now, when they showed who it was, it looks like it was actually Gerard who was the one who kind of helped him out. So I guess he sees that Tommy's a valuable asset to everything that they're doing, and that he's trying to get them more money. Like, he's trying to get them, like, this whole thing was sold off. We're going to be getting more money. We're getting 34% of, like, the Serbians' cut or whatever. So it's like everything that they're doing right now, I guess Gerard is like, yo, this is going to help me in the long run to build my empire, take over from my brother, and just, take over Chicago or whatever he wants to do. So he was like, you know what, let me scratch his back so that I'll be able to still have this dude alive to help me out. So I'm pretty sure that's what that was. But I mean, it was a pretty quick episode. It's not a lot for me to drag out. That was pretty much the gist of most of the things that was pretty important. And yeah, you guys definitely let me know what you thought about this episode down below. I'm gonna be looking into some more stuff next week. As I'm now gathering myself back together, getting back into like work mode. So we will see. All right. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Laters.